I have been streaming for almost 4.5 years. Some of you might not even know that, but it's been a long journey, and I don't regret a single second of it. I've learned so much about myself, content creation, and whatever other principle you want to throw into the pot. But today I want to say that I am done for now. This has nothing to do with how many viewers I'm getting or how much money I'm making on the platform, because if that was the case, I would have quit a long time ago. At the beginning of 2021, I started to put a lot more effort into this scripted YouTube content that I have been working on ever since. And when I started that, I did not expect it to basically consume my life. I fell in love with it. I love the process, I love seeing the end product and everything in between. Because of this though, a lot of effort that was put into the streaming because before I started putting more effort into YouTube, I was fully focused on streaming. A lot of the effort that was put into streaming got transferred over to YouTube, and the balance started to shift further and further and further towards YouTube, to the point where my Twitch streams were basically just me playing games so that I could get footage to use in the YouTube videos. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with this, but the thing is, I didn't want to be put on that schedule of streaming specific days in a week. So basically, I started to prioritize YouTube much more over streaming, and that's what caused the issues that I'm going to talk about today. To put it simply, I want as much time as possible to work on videos and videos only, and streaming has gotten in the way of that plenty of times. Now, I was considering doing this whole quitting streaming thing earlier, and I settled for a sort of compromise saying, like, streams are going to get canceled often if I need to, say, finish a video in time. But after trying that out, it didn't really click with me. It was either all or nothing with streaming. And by all or nothing, I want to be able to put as much effort into that as possible to make it enjoyable enough that I hold it to a similar standard as my videos. Now, I know that will never happen because with live content, it's just much more difficult to deliver a consistent experience compared to scripted content, but they're kind of in their own different climate of content creation in general, so it's all confusing in that way. But I didn't like how streaming just took a seat on the back burner. It didn't feel right to me. Up until this point, I was streaming maybe 8 hours a week, and you might say, well, that's barely any time that you gain back from working on videos. But the thing is, a lot of times the issue would be that having to start a stream would interrupt the workflow of a video. And then once the stream was over, because I'd always stream longer than I wanted to, I wouldn't have any more time to work on the video before I had to go to sleep or go do something else. And that leads me to this statement. I love streaming, and I've never really been able to pinpoint why, but whenever I thought about quitting, I just couldn't bring myself to it. So who knows how long this will last. Maybe I'll come crying back to streaming in 2 weeks because I couldn't live without it. It really has become that big of a part of my life. So does this mean you won't see me streaming at all during the duration of this hiatus? Well, not necessarily, as ironic as that may sound. There may be scenarios where I'm gathering footage for a video and I just turn on the stream at any given time of the day if I feel like it and I'm able to do so. What I'm trying to say here is that I am ridding away with the weekly schedule I had that listed off each stream and what would be going on during it. I'm not like completely abstaining from streaming and holding my hand over the button and trying not to click start stream. It's just, for the most part, I am quitting. But when I want to, or when I can, I will. I just wanted to share with you all my thoughts on this and how I only want to do it scheduled if I'm able to put enough effort into it. And it really kind of makes me feel bad that people support me financially and I will be canceling streams at random times and not delivering on the schedule I promised at the beginning of the week. That just doesn't feel right to me. So instead, I thought to just get rid of it entirely. That was also something that was kind of eating me up. They subscribe to receive the content that I am delivering, and if I'm not able to deliver that, then it just kind of makes me feel bad. So the second I have enough free time in my life to put a considerable amount of effort back into streaming again, I will be more than happy to reinstate the schedule. But for now, that unfortunately can't happen. I am, however, excited to see how much this helps with my productivity in creating videos, and like I said, we'll play it by ear and I'll see how I feel in the coming weeks and months. I appreciate you all listening, and have a good one.